Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show, NFL Week 15 preview. I know there's going to be a lot of videos going up in the next few days. Over the weekend, I wasn't able to get videos up and or loaded. I did have an issue last week with my channel, so any new subscribers out there, if it says old channel, see new name, there is a new Robert Sports Show channel. If you go to my old channel, like I said, they'll say old channel, see new name. Go to the favorites channel, you'll see the new Robert Sports Show. Click on there and go ahead and subscribe. I don't know what the issue was, but had some technical issues and had to kind of redo the channel. So you can still check out all the old videos there, but the new videos are on the new channel. Over the weekend, I wasn't able to do videos because if you hear the background music, I went to yes, ladies and gentlemen, two Garth Brooks concerts. I know some of you may not be country fans out there, and I respect that. I've been to Garth Brooks concerts, I've been to Jason Aldean concerts, I've been to several different genres of concerts over the years. But Garth is worth watching, I believe. Very, very talented performer, entertainer of the decade in the 90s. If you ever get a chance to check out one of his concerts, I do recommend it. Obviously, going to 2 and 3 days, this is absolutely amazing. So here we are, week 15 of the NFL season. Like I started out last week with the St. Louis Rams. How about that? The greatest show on turf, part 2, Hall of Fame defense. 2 weeks in a row, shut their opponent out. The first time since 2009 that a team has had back-to-back shutouts. In the last 2 games, the Rams have outscored their opponent 76-0. How about that defense? Yeah, I know it's the Raiders and the Redskins, but we'll really have a test on Thursday night this week. We had the Arizona Cardinals at 10-3, leaders of the NFC West versus the 6-7 St. Louis Rams. Obviously, winners of 2 straight shutouts. Since it is Thursday night, the Rams are at home. St. Louis is favored by 3.5. I am taking the Rams to win. I am taking it with the points, and I'm taking the under on the 40.5 points. But I'm predicting. Call me crazy, but I'm predicting a third. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a third shutout in a row for the St. Louis Rams defense. Robert Quinn, Chris Long, James Laurinaitis will do it. They will shut out the Arizona Cardinals. All right. Then it goes for Thursday night. Let's see if my predictions are right. But let's see if they can get to 7-7 and have 3 straight shutouts. We have the 8-5 Pittsburgh Steelers with Le'Veon Bell. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't heard about this guy yet, you must have been living under a rock. He's had 3 straight games of 200 or more yards from scrimmage, rushing or catching. He is the only second player in the NFL history to do that feat. The other one, Hall of Famer Walter Payton. Not saying Le'Veon Bell is as good as Walter Payton, but in this stat, he has 3 straight 200-yard games from scrimmage versus the 5-8 NFC South leading Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, I said the 5-8 division leading Atlanta Falcons, which is a bunch of shit. They're I know, off topic. That's new, a different show. The last line I got on this was even. I don't know. I mean, Atlanta's horrible. 3 games under 500 but the Steelers are just on the road. I'm actually taking the Steelers to win, and I'm giving them. I'm going to take them straight up to win. I don't have the points over under on this one, so I'm not going to. I'm going to get creative. I'm going to go 45. I'm taking the under on the points. The next game, we have the 2-11 Oakland Raiders at the 7-6 Kansas City Chiefs. Obviously, a couple weeks back, we all know what happened on Thursday Night Football. The Raiders were able to beat the Chiefs. That was on a short week, and they were at home. I am taking the Chiefs to win this. They're favored by 10.5. Oh! I'm giving the Raiders the points. The Raiders won 2 weeks in a row. They get 2 wins. Yeah, I'm giving the Raiders the points on that, and I'm taking the under on the 42 overall points. So the Chiefs will win, but they're not going to win by 10.5, I don't think. We have an AFC matchup here. We have the 2-11 Jacksonville Jaguars versus the 8-5 Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore at 8-5 is actually the first team out of the playoffs right now, so this is really a must-win for them. If they have any inkling of making the playoffs, this is the must-win. Being right on the outside looking in. I'm taking Baltimore to win. I'm actually going to give them the 14.5. I'm taking the under 46 on the overall points. So Baltimore by 2 touchdowns against the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have a AFC South matchup here. We have the AFC South leading the Indianapolis Colts at 9-4 at home, hosting the 7-6 Houston Texans. Houston at 7-6 is on the outside looking in. There's 5 teams in the AFC currently at 7-6 looking at the playoff hunt. So if they want any inkling of making the playoffs, this is a must-win for them. I'm actually taking Houston for the upset here. With J.J. Watt, able to score on offense and defense, I believe he's got 4 offensive touchdowns this year. I just think it's a must-win for Houston. I think they're going to somehow pull it off, and I'm giving them I'm going to have them cover the points so that they're going to win, but they're not going to win by 7. I'm taking the under on the 49 overall points. So I've got Houston upsetting Indianapolis by less than 7. We got the AFC North leading 8-4 and 1 Cincinnati Bengals versus the 7-6 Cleveland Browns. Obviously, at 7-6, it's a must-win if they want to get in the playoffs. Because again, like I said, there are 5 teams at 7-6. So at 7-6, they're a game and a half out of their division. Obviously, quarterback change this week. Johnny Manziel starting over Brian Hoyer. Hoyer having 4 interceptions in 2 games. Can Johnny Football win an NFL game from start to finish? I don't know. If the Browns have any inkling in making the playoffs, this is a must-win. I'm going on a limb, boys and girls. I am taking Johnny Football at home to upset the Cincinnati Bengals. It's not much of an upset. Cincinnati's only favored by 2, so I'm giving that to Cleveland. I think it's going to be a shootout, so I'm taking the over on the 44.5 points. So I got Johnny Manziel winning his first NFL game. Johnny Football, Johnny Cleveland, whatever you want to call him. How about calling Johnny about to win a game? We have the 7-6 Miami Dolphins, another AFC team that's 7-6, versus the 10-3 AFC East leading New England Patriots. The 12th straight season the Patriots have won 10 games. Bill Belichick has won at least 10 games a year for the last 12 years. The second longest streak in history. Just absolutely amazing what Belichick is able to do with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And it's not like they have a bunch of names that's been there. They have nobodies and they develop them and they go away. They develop them, injuries happen, people go away. You had these 2, just Gronk and Gronkowski and Hernandez, these 2 just badass tight ends. Gronkowski got hurt, was out for a long time. Hernandez is in jail for double murder. But they were able to win. It's just amazing what Belichick's able to do. I mean, I don't like Belichick. I've never been a big Patriots fan. It's just amazing what he's able to do. Taking New England to win by 8 points. The spread is negative -8 right now. I'm giving them that. I'm taking the over on the 49 points. Because there was a period this year where Brady scored 40 or more points 4 out of 6 games. So he's able just to light it up. I don't think Miami's going to be able to run with Brady and this team at home. Wow, the next game really sucks. We have the 3-10 horrible Washington Redskins versus the 4-9 New York Giants. Yes, the Giants won last week, but against a horrible team. So, I mean, we all know what the hell's going on in Washington. RG3 is a reclamation project. He is the greatest player in the world. He needs to be traded. He's going to start. He's on the bench. I don't know what the fuck's going on in Washington. They trade 6 draft picks to get fucking RG3, and now he's on the bench. I don't know. Giants are favored at home. I guess I'll take the Giants. By 7, I'll take the under on 47 points. That's one of those games you really don't want to watch. I mean, horrible, horrible, horrible. We have the 10-3 Green Bay Packers going into Buffalo, the 7-6, another 7-6 AFC team. Green Bay's favored by 6, taking them to win. I'll cover the points. I don't have the overall points on this, so I'm going to go with plus 45. I think Rodgers will be able to go in there and light it up a little bit. So I got Green Bay winning by at least 6 and overall 45 points. Next, we have an AFC matchup here. This is a matchup for the ages, ladies and gentlemen. We have the 2-11 New York Football Jets. That was stupid, I know. New York Jets versus the 2-11 Tennessee Titans, the losers of 7 straight. Yeah. You have to be a really die-hard football fan to watch this game. Yeah, I'm not going to watch this game. The Jets are favored by 1. Why? I got to pick a winner? Fuck it! Taking the Jets and the dog killer himself, Michael Vick. Bentley, calm down. Yeah, Bentley's about to go crazy because I mentioned Michael Vick. Yeah, I'm taking the under on the 42 points. Yeah, that's bad. Next game will be very intriguing to see what happens after last week. Peyton Manning's touchdown games with a touchdown streak was snapped. We have the 10-3 AFC West and the Denver Broncos versus the 8-5 San Diego Chargers. Obviously, both AFC West got foes here. Chargers are 2 games behind Denver. Denver's favored by 4. I'm going with the Chargers at the upset and taking Phil Rivers at home. I don't know what's going on with Peyton Manning right now. I think they got their 10 wins. They're definitely in the playoffs. The only thing they're fighting for is the number 1 seed. And I don't know what happened to Peyton last week. Just an off week for him. I don't think there's any injury or anything like that. But I just think San Diego at home, and they're fighting for a playoff spot. In the AFC right now, the Chargers are the last team, one of the 3 teams that are 8-5, and they're actually in the playoffs. Broncos are tied with the Patriots for the best record, so it looks like they both get a bye, but that means Peyton, once again, would have to go through Foxborough. How many times has he had to do this and not done it and lost? So I'm taking the Chargers at home. I'll give them the 4 points. I'm taking the over on the 51. I think there's going to be some points scored here. All right, next game we have an NFC North Division matchup here. We have the 6-7 Minnesota Vikings versus the 9-4 Detroit Lions. At 6-7, the Vikings are one of 2 teams at 6-7 in the NFC playoff hunt. There's 7 teams, 9-4 better, and then two games out from that are the 49ers. Mathematically, the Rams and the Vikings at 6-7 are still in it. They're probably, even if they get to 500, I don't think they'll make the playoffs, because right now the Cowboys are 9-4 and they're out. It's just sad to see teams like the Vikings and the Rams just fluttering right at 500, 1 game below. And there's no chance they're going to make the playoffs, and you got the Falcons or the Saints, they're 3 games under 500, 3 games. And they're going to be in the playoffs. It's just sad. We have the Vikings. Last week, they had an 87-yard TD in overtime, which is the 3rd longest in NFL history to win that game. So we got the Vikings versus the 9-4 NFC North leading Detroit Lions. Detroit's favored by 7.5 at home. I'm intrigued by Minnesota right now, and Stafford's just kind of deep up and down. Going crazy! Gio, this one for you. I'm picking the Vikings to win this. I don't know why. Picking the Vikings to win. Straight up. I'm not doing anything with the spread on that one. I'm not giving the points with that. I will take the over on the 43 points. You know what? Fuck it. Minnesota by 3. Get Minnesota 3 points. Minnesota by 3. The over on the 43 points overall. Minnesota goes into Detroit and upsets the Detroit Lions. We have the 7-6 San Francisco 49ers at the 9-4 Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's favored by 10 at home. I don't know what the hell's going on with the 49ers. Kaepernick looks sick. It was horrible this year. Gore's not getting, anything going on. Vernon Davis has been a very, very off year. He ended up dropping him in fantasy football. He said such a bad year. I'm taking Seattle to win at home. I'm giving them the 10 points. I'm taking the over on 39. I still think it'll be a defensive matchup, but I think 39 points is nothing. You figure 21-20 game is 41, so. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday Night Football this week. We have NFC East leaders. We have the 9-4 Dallas Cowboys versus the 9-4 Philadelphia Eagles. As of right now, Philadelphia wins the division. Cowboys are at home, sitting at home watching the playoffs. Cowboys, if you want to make the playoffs, it's a must win. I think the Philadelphia Eagles the same way. This is a must win. Obviously, in the NFC right now, you have the Cardinals at 10-3, you have the Packers at 10-3. You have the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Lions, and the Cowboys all 9-4. Obviously have the Falcons at 5-8 in the playoffs. One of these teams is not going to make playoffs. Sad to say, you're going to have a 10-win, 11-win team not in the playoffs, and they'll be hosting they'll be going to a team under 500 hosting the playoff game. There's too many divisions. That's all there's to it. Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, will go into Philadelphia. And the Dallas Cowboys defense, as bad as they are, they will contain the Chip Kelly offense enough for Tony Romo and DeMarco Murray to win the game. Dallas by 3.5. Taking you over on the 56 points. Dallas Cowboys upset Philadelphia Eagles. Monday Night Football, we have a pair of 5-8 shitty teams. We have the 5-8 New Orleans Saints going to the 5-8 Chicago Bears. Really? Jay Cutler, is he a touchdown throwing or interception throwing quarterback? What the fuck is he? Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. I've said it in more than one video. The Saints are much better this year. I'm taking the Saints to win. At least it's going to be that great of a game. Taking the 3 points. Taking the over on the 54.5. I got to talk about the playoff picture a little bit. I think I've covered that for the most part. You got 3 teams in the AFC at 8-5. One of those, currently the Ravens, outside the playoffs. But one game behind, you got the Houston Texans, you got the Miami Dolphins, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, the Denver Broncos, or the Cleveland Browns, all at 7-6. They all have must wins this week. Over in the NFC, it's pretty much decided. You got, Arizona Cardinals at 10-3, the Packers at 9-3. So it looks like one, if not both of those teams, will win their division and be the number 1 and 2 seed. Then you have the Eagles and the Cowboys fighting for the NFC North or NFC South. NFC South. And 9-4, they're fighting for that. And you have the Seahawks, 1 game behind the Cardinals for the NFC West. You have the Lions right there at 9-4. So one of those 9-4 teams, you're gonna have a 10-win team, or maybe 11-win team going home. You're gonna have a sub 500 team like the Falcons or the Saints making the playoffs. NFL have 2 divisions in each conference. You don't need fucking 4 divisions. You have shit like this. But anyway, that will wrap up week 15 of the NFL previews on Robert Sports Show. Stay tuned this week for a NCAA realignment and a new playoff format done by yours truly. I'm going to fix college football. Have a great night and thanks for watching.